Welcome to Factly, the place of interesting and unusual facts. Top 10 interesting facts about hippos. Are you ready to learn about one of nature's most dangerous and ferocious animals? The hippo is one of the largest mammals on Earth. On average, males can weigh between 3,000 and 9,000 pounds, with female hippos averaging around 3,000. Usually, a hippo's length is between 10.5 and 16.5 feet, with their height being around 5 feet. Let's jump right in with some interesting facts. Number 1. A hippo's appearance. Hippos are distinguished by those chubby bodies. And although the word hippopotamus means river horse in Greek, hippos are not actually related to horses. Perhaps pigs or whales or dolphins are their nearest living cousins. Most of the time, hippos are in the water. They need to keep that special skin moist for most of the day. And a hippo might become dehydrated if they spend too much time out of the water. Hippos are known to produce blood sweat, which is a viscous red liquid. They don't actually have sweat glands. When this happens, the animal may appear to be sweating blood, but that blood serves to keep the hippo moist and protected from sunburn. Hippos are among the most aggressive and lethal creatures despite their attractive appearance. Their incisor and canine teeth both continue to elongate, with the canine reaching a maximum length of 20 inches. And they mostly defend themselves or engage in combat with other hippos using those tusks and canines. Number 2. What do hippos eat? Well, hippos prefer to graze in areas of short grass that are located close to the water. On the other hand, there are occasions when they have to go several miles in order to find food. Their sense of hearing enables them to detect the sound of fruit dropping, and their sense of smell enables to locate it. Hippos consume between 1 to 1.5% of their body weight in food every night, which amounts to about 88 pounds of food on average. This number is rather insignificant when compared to that of other mammals. For instance, the daily diet of the largest cow consists of 2.5% of their whole body weight. Hippos are able to keep up that hefty appearance because of their sedimentary lifestyle. They spend most of their time sitting around, with the exception of when they eat, which allows them to save energy. Number 3. Hippos can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes underwater. Hippos may spend up to 16 hours a day immersed in rivers and lakes, and that allows them to keep those large bodies cool despite the intense heat of the African sun. Hippos move gracefully through the water, and they have the ability to hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. On the other hand, they are frequently large enough to walk or stand on the bottom of the lake, or even lay down in the shallows. Because both of their eyes and nostrils are situated on the top of their heads, they are able to see and breathe even when their bodies are mostly submerged. The fact that hippos sunbathe on the beach and exude that oily, red material contributed to the perpetuation of the urban legend that they sweat blood. The liquid has multiple purposes, including hydrating the skin, protecting it from sun, and possibly even warding off infections. Number 4. Breeding. The dry season is connected to the hippo's breeding season. Thus, the majority of births take place during the rainy season of the year. And just 8 months pass during gestation, which is very similar to the human's gestation time of 9 months. The hippo calf, however, is roughly 10 times bigger than a newborn human. The female departs from the herd for 1 to 2 weeks when she gets closer to having birth, so that she may connect with her child and give birth. She is at ease giving birth either on land or in the sea. If a baby is delivered underwater, its mother must lift it to the surface so it can breathe. Newborn hippos can only hold their breath for roughly 40 seconds at a time. However, remember that adults, they can hold their breath for up to that 5 minutes. For several days, the mother does not eat while she is in the water with the baby. She stays in the water at night to graze until her kid is old enough to go. For roughly 8 months, mothers breastfeed their infants. Young hippos can be in danger, although adult hippos have very few natural predators. Young hippos can be harmed by crocodiles, lions, hyenas, leopards, even other animals. The greatest danger comes from other adult hippos, though. Sometimes, young hippos become entangled in the violent altercations between adults and risk being bitten or crushed, even by their own father. Number 5. Hippos have their own social hierarchy. Hippos are extremely gregarious creatures that spend most of their time in large groups. This group of hippos is called a bloat. Hippos tend to congregate in communities of 10 to 30 individuals, which typically consist of several adult females, several adult males, their progeny, and the dominant male. The most dominant male in the herd has earned the privilege of mating with any other female in the group. The dominant male will remind other males of his domain by spreading his feces as far as he can with his fan-shaped tail. Number 6. Hippos are remarkably fast for their size. How quickly can a hippo sprint when they are on land? Well, on level ground, a hippo's top speed is almost 19 miles per hour. Their gait is similar to that of a gallop, except they do not simultaneously raise all 4 feet off of the ground. Only a handful of seconds are needed for a hippo to attain its maximum speed. They frequently take other animals and people by surprise, including themselves. Hippos are one of the most violent creatures, and being captured by one would undoubtedly be a horrible experience due to this trait. Hippos are known to leave the water at about the time the sun sets in order to graze on land. It is possible for them to traverse a distance of 6 miles in a single night along a single file route in order to devour approximately that 80 pounds of grass. Number 7. There are only 2 species of hippos. The pygmy hippopotamus and the common hippopotamus are the only 2 species that exist today, despite the fact that researchers believe that previously there were 5 species of hippos. The main difference between these species seems to be their aggression levels. Unlike their social cousins, pygmy hippos are solitary, they are not territorial, and they rarely fight. If they encounter each other outside of mating, they usually just ignore one another. Number 8. Remember those massive teeth? Well, they can have up to 40 of them. In a point of fact, they have a total of 36 teeth, which are distributed across their jaws as follows: 1 canine, 2 incisors, 3 premolars, and 3 molars. As a result of their ability to keep their baby teeth for several years after reaching adulthood, certain hippos may have as much as 40 teeth. If you are interested in learning more about the hippopotamus teeth, the following information may be of interest to you. The canine teeth of hippos continue to develop throughout their lives and can eventually reach that length of up to 1 foot 8 inches. If a hippo's molars wear down to the point that they are unable to properly grind food, the animal will eventually die of starvation. Teeth of hippos can sharpen themselves through a process that involves repeatedly grinding against the upper canines that are shorter. Number 9. They have tusks. Sort of. Those canine teeth I talked about resemble tusks to a certain point. These elongated teeth provide hippos with an advantage in combat. Tusk clashing is a form of male wrestling that involves the locking of the teeth, and the tusk clash can be compared to the antlers of 2 deer coming together to form a pair, except that these animals can weigh up to 3 tons on their own. Number 10. Hippos are threatened. Among the biggest risks to hippos are habitat loss and the illegal ivory trade. Despite not yet being listed on the endangered species, hippos have seen a decline in population over the past 200 years due to habitat loss. Conflicts between humans and hippos have increased as human populations encroach on the hippo habitat. Hippos are renowned for responding fiercely to intruders in their territory, particularly powerful male hippos. Unwary human boaters run the risk of encountering an angry response when they venture into hippo territory. Hippos have been known to stray into human settlements, including farms, to eat crops, and the hippo may be put to death because of this. As hippo and human territories overlap more regularly, these clashes are becoming more frequent. Hippos and their environment may negatively be impacted by the human activities on the waterways, such as the construction of dams or the diverting of water for agricultural purposes. Hippo populations are negatively impacted by the illegal ivory trade. Elephant tusks and hippo canines are both made from the same material, ivory. Because they are softer than elephant tusks, hippopotamus canines are simpler to cut. The market for hippo ivory shot up around the 1989 ban of elephant ivories, but hippo populations are fast declining. Well, that brings us to the end of our interesting facts about hippos. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.